Okay everyone, so I think it's about high time that I decide to talk about my view on Day of Dragons. Now I want to go ahead and point out here that this is not going to be any form of like a bashing video. This is not going to be a hate video. This is just going to be something that I needed to talk about because I've been holding this in for at least like 5 months. Actually no, 6 months, maybe 4 months more. I've been holding this in for months. That's the problem. And I just think you guys should know what I stand on or what point I stand from when it comes to Day of Dragons. So to get started, on this channel, I will no longer be supporting or promoting content for Day of Dragons. And I know that's going to be a lot for you guys to hear, but I really think you guys should know about why and why my view is like this now for Day of Dragons. To get started, I'll go from the beginning. I was a Kickstarter backer. I still kind of am for Day of Dragons. I didn't pay a whole lot. I think I paid maybe $30 just so that way I could get like this early access bonus. But I was a Kickstarter for Day of Dragons, and one of the very first that did it. And I stayed with the game since that Kickstarter. I really did. I supported the dev as much as possible. I supported the team. I was pretty well known throughout the community. I say pretty well known. I think I wasn't as active as some, but I did have quite a few friends on there. But I'll tell you what, after the years passed by, people were just leaving and leaving and leaving, just from what I've witnessed in that Discord. And yeah, there were quite a few issues where people were banned. I actually was never actually there for whenever people were banned, but again, this is not a hate video or bashing in any sort of way. I have no other further comment on those because I actually was asleep when all this crazy stuff happened. But to start, essentially, I'm not too happy with the direction the team is going, specifically the main lead developer. I don't appreciate the route he's taking, and it's kind of worrisome. And I don't like how he interacts with his fans, mainly for the fact that it feels like our opinions aren't being acknowledged, at least in an appropriate way. So with that, I'm just going to basically just push Day of Dragons off to the side. And honestly, for those who have joined and who just absolutely adore the game, good for you. I'm glad you love the game. I honestly love the game. I think it has a lot of good bones. Like, it has a great start to be able to become this beautiful open world, open-ish world, dragon survival game. Like what people have wanted, what I have wanted for many years since I was like a kid. Yeah, honestly, since I was a kid, since I played Spyro. But with the way that it's going and with the choices that he's made, I'm going to have to say no for right now. And one of the big things that happened that made this decision, for me was something that happened back in January of this year, honestly, just a few months ago. I thought it was in March, but no, it was actually in January. I'm going to provide the proof here in just a minute, but there's another game in development that has something to do with dragons, and when I say in development, it is like very, 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 very early development. They don't even have a demo out yet. They're still making the creature concepts. Wonderful people. I love them. They're really nice. Very, very warming. And I also found out a lot of my friends who left the original Day of Dragons Discord while I was still there actually moved to that one. So they were very happy to see me, and I was so happy to see them. Again, really great community. On their Twitter, they posted a concept art of one of the dragons they wanted to add to their game. It was real pretty, very Dragonfly-like, if you know what I mean, just the color-wise. The lead developer of Day of Dragons decided to go into not a personal chat, a private chat, I'll say. Exclusive chat, that's better. Exclusive chat for Kickstarter backers that they have on the Discord. So they have one for Kickstarter backers and they have one for Patreon backers. If you were both, which I was both, you could have access to either. Because I did do the Kickstarter and the Patreon. and started to essentially say things like, they copied us, they copied this dragon off the Cinch Crest, and it was just the lead director that was saying this stuff, by the way. The other devs, they don't really interact with the Discord. He was just going on and on and on, saying that they copied my dragon, you know, I can't believe they would do that, I need to tell them to take it down. And everybody, it wasn't just me, it was maybe about, gosh, I want to say up to 6 people. I don't remember. We were kind of confused, because we're like, this looks nothing like your dragon. This looks nothing like your dragon at all. And when that happened, he got really, really mad. Now, I don't know if he was just having a bad day, but there are times when we have a valid concern and we present it to him, and either he gets really mad and takes it as an attack, or he starts just responding with silly gifs. And I'm going to have an example of this here in a minute. Not this exact one, but I will have an example of this here in a minute. And I just got a little upset, because I've been dealing with this for years, and it was really starting to wear and tear on me. And again, he could have been having a bad day, but how he did this was inappropriate from a business standpoint. I don't like how inappropriate this was from a business standpoint. You know, I mean, it's just very, very odd. And so I told him, I said, how is this copying? You know, just asked, you know, I don't see how this is copying. And he said it was copying because the wings were in the same spot. Like, it was an exact trace. And he tried to do, like, this overlap. Like, so his dragon below, the new dragon from the other game up top. And honestly, it was because they were in the same pose. They were in the same pose, but there was nothing else about it that was similar at all. So that's what I told him. I said, you can't say they copied just because the wings are in the exact same position, you know? And he kind of flew into a fit. And other people agreed with me. Basically said, how would you like it if your stuff, you know, was copied? And I said, well, it's not my stuff, and it's not a copy. So, you know, I didn't feel really upset about it. And, but you know what, I basically said, if this is how you're going to treat your Kickstarters and your patrons and anybody new that's coming in when we give you an answer that you don't like, then I'm done. And I left. I left the official Discord in January after I said goodbye in pretty much all chat channels I could say goodbye in. But what came after kind of surprised me, because I left, I washed my hands of it, and not 5 minutes after I left that Discord, Jo decided to directly message me. And I want you guys to take a look at this. Now, I will go ahead and say that I do get a little bit rough in here because I did start getting pretty annoyed. So I'm just going to go through this the best I can. So, as it says right here, I got Jo up at the top, which is high ground. And as you can see, these timestamps are not, these are not faked in any sort of way. But I asked a friend if I should show this, and I asked multiple friends actually, and they said yes. So I want to show this, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I want to show this to you guys. Shouldn't be too long, but immediately after I had that argument, or that happened on the main Discord, I left and Jo DM'd me this. So he says, I'm not trying to argue with you or come down on you, and I said, well, you did, and because he did come down on a lot of us. And he says, I apologize for making you feel that way. I said, you decided to apologize to me in my DMs and not in the KS Club, or Kickstarter Club, because I'm not the only one you came down on. I'm going to be honest, Jo, you're not professional in regards to your Be Awesome Games Twitter page and sometimes on your Discord, like you were just now. You can't handle criticism from your own Chaos members who have supported you and your game for years now, because I was not the only one who you came down on. I'm really tired of how this is all played out because this is just ridiculous. You need to stop focusing on other content and just focus on what you need to do to make your dream come true. Because now you've just wasted a lot of time and pissed off a good portion of your community. Sorry, I forgot I was so angry that I cussed a little bit. He says, I didn't feel supported in that discussion by my supporters, only attacked. Nobody attacked you. And it's true, nobody attacked him. I got like 4 other people who can confirm nobody attacked him. We just said it wasn't a copy. That's the thing. We gave our opinion. We said it just had similar body proportions. If anything, especially myself, we felt attacked because you didn't believe us. And then he goes on to say, and let me just make sure this is working here. Yes, it is. I don't know if it's capturing my cursor or not, sorry. Lost my place. He says, I felt attacked because you didn't believe me. If the support group doesn't support the supportee, then it's not really support. And I will see if this will do that. Okay, so this is where it starts to get a tiny bit weird. Tiny bit weird. And I don't know if I can actually go up all the way, but I'm going to try over here. So I said, yeah, because you didn't believe me. So he directed only at me. I didn't believe him. So I'm going to go back on this real fast. Again, I was one of the early Kickstarter backers, but I think I was like the 200th or something like that. Like, I wasn't the very first one to do it. I said I'm not the only person in the room. It wasn't just me saying it. I don't know why you honestly care about just my opinion. That's the weird thing. This is, again, where it gets a little strange. He got really excited about just having my opinion. I don't know why. And before anybody asks, no, I don't know him in real life. I've been asked by 2 or 3 people now if I actually knew him in real life. I don't. I don't know what he looks like. I couldn't tell you his eye color. I couldn't tell you his height. I couldn't tell you what he wears on a regular basis. I don't know this man. And so he says, because you earned my care of your opinion over years of support. I said, but you just can't care about mine. You need to look at everyone else, because I'm not the only one there. Some people are always against me no matter what I say. I don't care about those opinions because I don't need negativity in my life, but I cared enough about yours to reach out, so I did. Take it as you will. You need to care about others who are also your supporters more than just me. And, you know, that seems... it's fair. He does. I'm not the only person out there. His Discord at that time had maybe about 2,000 people in it. Yeah, maybe about 2,000 people in it. I don't remember off the top of my head. But then he puts this GIF out there that says, just you. And I'm not too sure how I feel about that to this day. So yeah, I know that was a lot to take in, and I want to remind everyone that this, again, isn't a hate or a bash video. It's just that I didn't feel like I deserved that. And I don't feel like anybody else who was also involved should have deserved that either. And I could say that quite a few people besides myself have experienced him acting like this before. The direct message I don't know about if anybody else has had anything along those lines. But for me, I no. I can't do that. Yeah, I don't want anyone else to go through anything like that again. And on top of that, like I said in my Discord message, it's unprofessional. So, with this continuing on, and I know he's done it just from word of mouth from some other friends who are still in the Discord, I know that he still has these moments within the Discord that I just don't agree with. And I mean, if you absolutely love this game and you love the community, that's great. I'm not telling you to stop playing the game. This is just information for you to consider. And if you love it, that's great. Continue playing the game. Have fun. I, on the other hand, am probably going to wait at least 5 years. I don't want to touch this game for a really long time until it's a little more developed, especially with how long we've been waiting. On top of that, a lot of people don't know this, but if you go onto Steam, I would show it on here, except OBS is really funky with just the Steam launcher. If you go onto Steam, they have a dev blog. It's either the one after or the one that has the soft release dates on it. It actually might be the one after. Okay, so it should be the dev blog after the soft release date dev blog, but they refuse to give any release dates for any updates or any sort of improvements. because apparently the deadlines are too stressful for them, and that's why 1.0, the big update that we recently had with the Inferno Ravager and the Bioluminescent Dragon, then adding all the new stuff with the new map, it's the reason why it's so unfinished, I guess would be the best word. But yeah, so they don't want to give any more release dates, because I played a little bit yesterday, and that's when I kind of also made the decision that I just wasn't going to play anymore. I installed the game last night as well, but like people were like bugging an admin wanting to know when the next update was, and he or she could not answer because they don't actually know. They don't know when it's going to be ready. So I know the Blitz Striker update is super close, but it's just, I'm sorry guys, it's not going to happen. Until I see improvements within the actual development of the game, I will not touch this game for the foreseeable future. Again, I'll give it 5 years, and I'll come back within that 5 years to the date to play this game. But until things are sorted out, I'm just going to take a little break from it. I will continue my regular programs, such like tonight I'm going to do Monster Hunter. I need to finish up Harold Halibut, and I also want to do Rolling Hills. And there's actually the Steam Summer Sale is going to start on Thursday, and on Friday I'm going to get a brand new game for you guys. And I'm also going to get a brand new game today, since it is on sale too, to add to my Cozy Games channel here. I am going to be trying to work with my graphic designer to try and make a cozier outlook on my channel, but that's probably gonna have to wait till like July or something. Just gotta watch the money, you know. I hope you all understand, and thank you for tuning in. I know this was a little bit longer than I originally intended to be, but I thought you guys should know. And again, not a hate video. The game has really great bones. I really think it could, again, make a very beautiful dragon survival game. But in its current state, no, it can't. And also, if you enjoy the game, I'm not discouraging you from playing the game. But I just thought a lot of people should know about this and what's going on with me and with the game and how essentially I feel about it. And, well, I think that's honestly about it. So, if you want to play the game, go play the game for yourself, enjoy your time, have fun flying around as a dragon, and just, you know, keep this information in mind. With that, guys, I'll hopefully see a lot of you this afternoon or this evening for Monster Hunter World. Oh, and if you do have any more questions about what you heard in this video, please feel free to ask in the comments below. I'm probably going to lose a lot of subscribers just from saying, you know, I don't want to play this game anymore, but I understand. It's your decision, and I'm not forcing you to do anything. So with that, bye-bye.